Evening guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles of our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the highest goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves as well as those around us. If you'd like a brief introduction and brief summary as to how I break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, so on and so forth, including the live streaming schedule, copyright-free music, including how to divvy the stream into 11 segments, 3 phases, spread across a 15-minute live stream that won't take too much of your time. You can check that all out in the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. That being said, let's dive into the second segment to make. Usual, 3 things. First of all, that we have today is right now, this is the second of 2 live streams today. Didn't anticipate this. Second point, solve 8.5 override, standing for version override 8.5, a rule to break all other rules, a system principle to free myself from the system and be purely practical, focused on the purpose and what most urgently needs done. Third and last but not least, of course, okay, the last one I don't even know. It doesn't even matter because actually I remember now it means to skip the introduction. So if that's the case, then well, it's past that. Take a look at the screen. What you see is what you get. We're in phase 2 and phase 3. Phase 3 is supposed to be a main highlight, but phase 2 is what you see on the screen right now, chiefly on the left hand side, a bunch of digital items. And then phase 3 will be all the physical stuff on the right hand side, including up there, the entire room is going to be reshifting as per the live stream title. So let's just get right into it. As usual, a lot of commentary, storytelling, finance, employment, relationships, all that kind of stuff. We'll start with the collage, just kind of get a synopsis of today. You can see here, like the room we're renovating, we're gonna move it all around. We have some before and after pictures to compare, so we'll be doing that. We also have a little bit of funny thing about going on Instagram and finding my own live streams there. And then on top we have something to do with eating out with my cousins, speaking with them on social media, just kind of getting back and forth on Facebook, as well as some other friends, as well as some videos that they sent me to show each other what kind of things they've been up to. And it's very interesting. On the left hand panel, top left, one of my buddies also told me about the phone service that he uses, and so we'll be touching upon that very lightly before moving on to this end, which we have a bunch of stuff here. Once again, just a continuation. At the middle, I'm just exploring that data plan service, mobile service. It's called Phone Box. And at the very top, we have a collage, including some stuff having to do with the updated employment return to work message I'm going to send to HR. And I'm fairly confident I will return. But there's still some doubts because I still can't shake the perception that I've done something wrong and I'm the number 1 asshole in the company. And so that's going to be a bit of an obstacle. That being said, let's get rid of everything here. Okay, so moving on, what we have, I'm going to start with the digital items. So I just want to showcase, of course, you can see, of course, the pages that I actually follow: School of Life London, Stoic Reflections, and of course, well, there's also my own channel. Now you can see up there, right, it's like it's got captions. This is my live stream here. Apparently has like 1 view or something like that. I was surprised. I think it might just be them capturing myself there, so that's not really any sort of view worship at all. I just thought it'd be interesting though. This moment to the side here, we have this stuff on that, like I said, was sent to me from my cousins, and so one of them plays a DDR, so Dance Revolution, and he sent me this kind of video of he was one of the players on this video, and it's very interesting. It's very fast paced. I don't know how he does it. All of us in the cousins group are just admired, like, you got those crazy dance skills. So I can't really keep up with that at all, but I know that he's amazing at what he does and he enjoys his time there, so that's what's most important. Also, this is the conversation, a follow-up from my time spent with the cousins last night at the Chef 88 Elite restaurant right here, which I documented on the side. Of course, this is me paying them back for the meal. We kind of just did a transfer, so $20 each person, and so there's the message of that. We also have, in addition to those kind of messages back and forth, we also had messages between me and a buddy of mine, talking about Phone Box, right, data plan. So one more time, of course, that's the DDR kind of stuff. We want to get to here's the confirmation. Obviously I blur everything out because it's private and confidential. But here's phone box, like I said, from Facebook. One of my high school's classmates, hit me up and he's like, what you doing? How you doing? You get 2 shots. I did. Data plan, stuff like that. So he started talking about data plan and like phone box. So this is a service he uses, and it's for 4 gigabytes for $45 per month. So it's pretty cheap. And if you go to 55 gigs, it's like 55 gigs. Jesus, $55 per month. It becomes 15 gigabytes. So I thought that's pretty sweet deal. Now I'm probably not gonna get it, but that's that. And here are the mobile plans by country: Australia, Canada, blah blah blah. eSIM cards, I don't know what the hell that is, but that's interesting. What else? Okay, so what's left on the table? Oh yeah, that's a DDR thing. Okay, so employment, right? So I had to update. I already drafted out a return to work email and message. Now I ended the email message with a small excerpt at the very bottom, covering the journey I've had trying to resolve the domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, financial ruin, suicidal depression, chronic health issues, and so on and so forth for the past 3 decades have culminated in this single year, and this single year has been absolute shit show and hell. Now I updated to include a little tiny excerpt because apparently my HR manager has experience with CPTSD herself. Against no confidential information released here, just saying that she has experience with it. So do I. And apparently, she took a very different path. I feel like she might have taken the no contact or gray rock approach when it comes to people who are troublesome to your life and damaging to your life. You kind of just put distance and you just don't contact them ever again. As opposed to me, I try to fix and change them, which is a very poor solution. But anyways, you can see here, more frighteningly, we as their therapists start to gradually resemble the covert narcissist. Dysfunctional relationships lead up to that point, blah 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 blah. Stupid and bizarre, but given the circumstances, I was going to do it anyways. Understanding normal people, let alone to a grandiose NPD married to a covert. So I made some changes, and that's basically what I'm going to include at the very bottom snippet. Okay, last but not least, we have this. And that's just a mass collage of everything. And oh, by the way, very top right there, of course, I had to update the date, the footer of that return to work email. So here we have the collage of everything and see everything together. The only thing we haven't covered yet are the photographs of the before after snapshots, which we're going to do right here, right now. So let's get rid of that and cover the before and after snapshots and then get right to phase 3. So you can see this is the before snapshot just earlier today, about 8 hours ago. Complete mess of the tabletop, AAA9, lots of money, letters, craft cards, supplements, health supplements. What else do we have? Tissues, stuff like that. It's disgusting. So you compare this mess over to this after image and you see it's a big difference. Now we're gonna take it a next step further and just consider this to be home renovation or whatever, or just cleaning up your goddamn room. Basically that's what I want to showcase. So now let's do that. Let's move on to phase 3. Usually there's phase 8. I want to say I could, but there's not a whole lot to cover here because I already covered it in the morning. And so let's just move on. And not tremendous amount of change has happened when it comes to fitness and diet and nutrition and so on and so forth there. So phase 3, segment 1. Phase 3 is segment 9, sorry. Stand up. We got, let's see, check the time. We got 6 minutes left in this 15-minute live stream as usual. So a lot of key places to highlight: AAA9, B1, B3, C1, C4 in the backdrop, D1, D3. So all of these are going to require some change, as well as region E3. So let's start off here by saying, here's the plan. We have to capture the plan within this single live stream. So first of all, there's going to be a lot of rotation between the areas here and the items within. So just triangulation. I want to start off here and say that first of all, this crate from the workplace is class 4 item, obviously. These two, what I'm going to try to do is put one box inside the other and stuff some of the materials from region B1 and 2, so especially the workplace materials in B2 here. So all this protective equipment stuff, maybe I'll stash in the largest crate down here, and then I don't know what to do with these yet. Then I'll move all this food here on top of that crate and substitute it from D3 into D1. So D1, this entire crate gets kicked out of the room because it's not my stuff, it's actually my brother's. Move it either to his room, or most importantly, more likely over to my guardian's room. And again, we're separate tenants, 5 different tenants inside this household, this residence. So move it to that side, to their room. And what's going to happen is this gets moved to their room, the crate, not the bag. And then over here, you can see what's actually keeping this up afloat, this entire B1, B2 region, is you can see the keyboard back right there. It's actually a keyboard piano. You can see the back right here. So this entire thing is just a piano, keyboard really, not piano. That'd be huge. And I would basically move this crate box over to the other room to my guardians, and then move the keyboard and place on top of the crate inside their room, because I'm trying to gift this keyboard back over to my biological mother. She's heavily depressed, having diabetes, unemployed, severe health issues. I'm still trying to bring her out of the rut, but you know, she's largely independent now. Still, I'm trying to give her some activities to keep her company, and she's expressed that she would like that anyways. After all, she bought this for me when I was a kid, and I'm basically just returning the favor now. So it's not like so much, you know, I feel like kind of like my obligation even. So that being said, so that's what's gonna happen, right? So the food goes on top of there, safety equipment inside the box goes over here, this box over there. So shift D3 to D1, piano goes out away. Then we have to find a place to put all this stuff in B1, because it won't be able to fit all that into the crate. So this stuff here has to either go on top of this crate, all this stuff here, craft gifts, or just place it on top of this large crate right here, just standing up as much as we possibly can for now. Over to A1, A8, A9, sorry. There's some stuff remaining. If you couldn't tell, I've wrapped up all the stuff. Again, the before after snapshot right here, you can see right here, this is what it looked like before. Absolute mess. Now it's still kind of a mess. So we have, let's try to get this right. So there's this kind of a cartridge right here of the Usana Health package. What I'd like to do is take this working out fitness regime, as well as the back shopping guide for low glycemic index food. So basically great for people with diabetes. My mother's now diabetic, so I'm going to move it over to her end and let her take a photograph of it, and then I'm going to stack it back in here. This is my business product. I'm going to stash it back, most likely inside region A7. Speaking of which, under which you have this little photograph of one of my colleagues about 2 years ago. I mean, more like 10 years ago. I'm not in this photograph, but I printed an extra copy. So I'm going to stash this inside here in region A6. So A6, A7, the paperwork's going to be all done. Then you can see here the backdrop, everything's just kind of cleared, except for the stuff that I intend to give to the shipping. Paper napkins, stuff like that. Still got to cut my hair, still got everything. And then I'm going to take this, move this over here, and it's all trash. So now, most importantly, we got to cover the groceries in the last minute and a half. So what I'm going to do, take this back. I made a mistake. Oh, I know I did. I have to mention this. These two crates, they might go here and put all this stuff in region B1, the crafts on top, or they go here in region E. That's what I forgot to mention, region E3. And most importantly, in region B1, I forgot to mention, is this card here. Let's take this card here. It's a blank one, I haven't used it yet, so I should toss this back inside region C6 or C5. And then these cards over here are gifts that I'm receiving many years ago as well. This one's more recent, just last week, inside this box right here, because that's kind of where I put all the gifts that are I receiving from other people. Now back down here, oh man, this is trash. So we have so much items here. So many items. We have the 2 latex gloves. I already scanned this, documented it in the previous live stream this morning, so I'm gonna leave it here. You know what, toss it over there. Latex gloves. Same thing with this equipment, this mouse right here. So take out the packaging, and then I'll take the packaging. So you see the USB mouse, the USB with the mouse. This goes into region A5, I believe, and I'm gonna wash it down because there's some oil. Latex gloves probably go over there in region E1, and then there's all trash right here. It's garbage. Move to the side. Recyclables. Down here we can see that there's some stuff I need to get rid of. I only have about 15 seconds, so I stuck this trash inside this spicy banana plantain, stuff like that. This box of chips is empty, can't take it out for a trash recycling bin as well. And then bananas and some stuff here. I have to end the live stream. So I'll quickly mention on this right hand side, there's like 3 drinks here. I can move over to region A7, and gotta go. I don't think I was trying to press the button, but I don't think I can close it in 15 seconds.